In this video, we dive deep into the beautiful state of Utah, known for its charming capital, Salt Lake City, and even better, its nature. We spent a few months traveling around the state, and today we're showing you the best places to visit, whether you're here in the winter or on a bit more of a sunny trip. Our travel guide today starts in the largest city and where you may be starting your trip, Salt Lake City. First stop, we're here at Cherry Creek Shopping Center, and it's super gorgeous. So, we're not big shoppers. We're more of shopping for travel kind of people, not shopping for items. So, we're just here for the views.
If you're not buying anything,
yeah, it's really cool. They had it all decorated for Christmas, which was beautiful, and it would still be beautiful if they weren't decorated. But now we're at Temple Square, which is the #1 thing to do here in Salt Lake City. But the temple was under construction for several years, so we don't get to see the beautiful temple. But I'll put a little clip right here of the temple from previous years. I think it's in construction until 2025, so odds are that if you're watching this video, it's probably still under construction. Anyways, we're gonna come and explore the square. There's a lot of cool things to see here. I love how they decorated the Temple Square this year. They had a bunch of nativities from all around the world, basically representing Christmas time in that country. And I loved that because we're big travelers. But they also had the choir playing. We didn't really want to go in because we had this big camera. We didn't know how that would go well with that, so we just avoided it. But I hear it's a really cool thing to see, especially during the Christmas time. Salt Lake City is known for dirty soda, apparently. And it's kind of like what you think of Sonic. There's a bunch of mixtures of soda drinks with flavors, and we're gonna try 2 of them, I think. I'll show you the menu because pretty interesting. Here's an example of their menu. They have like pre-made drinks.
Which one is it?
And you can also make your own.
Okay, here's that Dizzle.
Thank you.
I was gonna wait until we got to our next spot to try it, but I can't wait. It's 10 minutes. So the first one I'm gonna try because I know what it is. It's root beer, butterscotch, and vanilla cream. I don't think I like it. I think it's too butterscotch for me.
Tastes like cream soda. Tastes like butterbeer.
Okay, let's try the other one. It's called Dizzle. It's Sprite with there's a bunch of different fruit flavors, so. I didn't expect fruit. There's actual fruit in it. It tastes like a limeade like you get from Sonic, but it's peach. I like this one a lot better. I'm glad I got this one and all that one. Technically, I chose both, but this was the one I had mentally that I wanted. That one's Sam, so. Here, try this one. It's actually really good.
I like the other one more.
Well, good. You're having both?
It's a dirty soda.
So our next stop is at the public library, and I know what you're thinking. Kristen and Sam, really? A library? But just wait. I hope it's as pretty as it looks online though. So we came to the library to get the awesome view of the skyline from the windows over here. It's a really cool place to hang out, and they have a bunch of shops downstairs. You can get coffee, art, flowers. Really cool library. So we are now at the Capitol building. We came here a couple of weeks ago and we weren't able to get inside for some reason, but we came back so we could take a look in the inside, and I see people walking in, so fingers crossed that we're able to get in and see how beautiful the Capitol building is. What do you think, Sam?
Texas is slimy for sure.
Yeah, this one's gotta take the cake. We just visited Austin and went in the Capitol building, so you can definitely check that out. I'll link it up here. Definitely look at the comparison between the two. Look how bougie the elevator is. It's like gold.
You go wonder why.
We're amused at the simplest things. Gold elevator. It looks vintage. They also have a replica of the Liberty Bell here. Is it cracked? Yes, totally a replica. He thinks it's the real Liberty Bell. So I kept seeing this place on top 10 things to do in Salt Lake City, and I wasn't really sure about it at first. But I'm glad we decided to come because look how beautiful this place is. It's called Antelope Island State Park, and it's part of the Great Salt Lake. So we decided it's only a 30-minute drive, so let's go check it out. We made our first stop. This is just a little lookout, and I cannot believe the views. I wish I could drone, but we really can't. And we're also wanting to see the bison here. They have tons of them. So fingers crossed that we actually get to see some. We see some bison off the side of the road. We're about to pull over. She's rolling in the grass. Can you believe how close we got to this bison? I feel like every time on our adventures when we see wildlife, it's like the highlight of our trip. Whether it's nays, horses off the side of the road, deer, I don't know, it just always makes me happy. So I think we're about done here. Just some quick stats, $15 entry. There's a lot of hiking trails, which it's the winter, so we're not really gonna do. But I think it's a gorgeous place to visit when you're here in the area. So I have a really funny story. Well, it wasn't funny at the time, but I guess it's kind of a little bit funny now. So our first week here, I'm pretty sure it was our first week or second, we look up things to do around the area in Salt Lake City, and we find this little part of the Great Salt Lake that turns pink. So we're like, oh, this would be so cool to see. The only thing is, it's like a 2-hour drive. So we drive there, we finally get there, and the lake is not pink. So we go all out of our way, 2 hours there, 2 hours back for a lake that's not pink. Although I think it does depend on the time of day and the season. So I think we just hit it at the wrong time. I got drone footage, so you can kind of see there's a little bit of pink tint, but nothing like we saw that it was this bright pink color. So we were a little bit disappointed. I do have to say though, the drive to the lake was really gorgeous. We got some awesome pictures out of that. So that was a big plus.
So we just got to the Red Iguana. We have a reservation for 3 o'clock, and we're gonna see how this place is. This is one of the top 10 restaurants to visit in Salt Lake City, so we had to check it out. So let's see how it is.
And it's a diner, drive-ins, a dive. So let's check it out.
Jeez. So we just got done eating, and we spent about an hour in the restaurant, and it was actually surprisingly good.
It really was.
It's not like Tex-Mex at all. It's like authentic Mexican food. I had some just normal tacos, crunchy tacos, and then Kristen had like a Mexican-style salad.
Well, they were out of the Mexican-style salad, so they gave me just a normal salad, which was okay. It was like Mexican-style chicken, but
I really enjoyed it.
And then we each had a different style margarita. Kristen went with Patron. I went with just a house tequila. And then we both had alcoholic coffees. Kristen had the Spanish version with rum, and I had a Mexican version with tequila. And they were both delicious.
I have to say, the margarita, it's up on par with my favorite place in Texas, margaritas. Yeah. I really, really enjoyed it. Although, it was a little small glass. I wish it was a lot more, but...
As she's like stolen over diners, drive-ins, and dives. All right. So now we are going to drive to this trailhead that Kristen has been bugging me all day to go see because it's like supposed to be one of the best views of downtown Salt Lake City. So we're going to check this out. Let's hit the road.
We made it to our next stop. It's called Ensign Peak, and it's one of the best views of Salt Lake City that you can think of. So let's do a small hike up to the top. Let's
check
see
out
the views. One of my New Year's resolutions is to get healthy. So I guess this adds to the resolution, huh?
Well, look at that view, though. Wow. So we just got done hiking to Ensign Peak. Totally worth the view, even though you may be a little out of breath if you're not from Utah or the mountain area.
100% Salt Lake City is so much better at night because you see all the houses that rest on the mountains and it just lights up like stars. And my favorite part of the city is seeing the Capitol building at night. You can literally see the dome. It's all sparkling and lit up. It's just so gorgeous. The moon is full tonight. Thank the Lord I'm not working.
So what I was about to say, bro.
Salt Lake is a great base for you if you're interested in the surrounding nature because there are many fun day trips from the city. So let's get into some of those.
Welcome to the Bonneville Salt Flats.
Just an hour and a half drive from Salt Lake City. This makes the Salt Flats a perfect day trip if you're in the area. So we decided to come out here for the day just to check it out because this is a super famous place here in the USA. You think I should try the salt?
No.
I'm gonna try the salt.
No.
gotta find a clean salt because a lot of this looks dirty.
It's all dirty. Just do it. Just do it.
I don't care. Should I try it?
Just do it.
Oh. Little hint of dirt. It's just kind of like your table salt. I figured it'd be saltier. It's not bad. It's like eating table salt.
You actually just ate that. Here, there's some more for you if you're feeling salty.
I'm feeling a little salty. So a backstory about what this is. This used to be called Bonneville Lake, and it eventually dried up and left these salt flats, and you can just come out here, enjoy your day. It's free entry, and at the entrance it's a rest stop, so there's restrooms and stuff, which I think is a really good plus.
So what's neat about the Salt Flats is that there's actually a racetrack on the Salt Flats, fastest recorded speed, which is 460 something miles per hour, which is insane if you think about it. But of course we're not doing that on the Salt Flats, we're driving more like 20.
If you see water on the salt flats, don't drive on it because it does mess them up. So I guess we got to turn back around to more drier land. More day trips you can do from Salt Lake City, Solitude Resort, and Brighton Resort. If you're not here during the ski season, you can still come. There's technically nestled into Big Cottonwood Canyon, and it's so gorgeous. There's so many hiking trails, so many little parks that you can pull off in, and it's a national forest. This is the first week that the ski resorts are open, so Sam is super excited to snowboard
Me, not so much. And in fact, today is Thanksgiving Day, so I had planned on skiing and then I magically forgot my goggles. So I'm just gonna be chilling while he gets it out of his system.
Resort also has night skiing. Every time I've done night skiing, I've liked it 100 times more than during the day for some reason. You should try to be on the chairlift around sunset time to get amazing views and ski for a few hours at night. There is something about less people, the beautiful nature at night, lit up by the resort lights, and if it happens to be snowing, the resort lights make the snowflakes sparkle. It's more of a relaxing experience coming from someone who isn't that into skiing. Night skiing is the way to go.
It's opening day at Solitude Basin in Utah. Let's go.
I'm just here for the donuts.
Let's ride.
Cheers. Got 2 hot chocolates. How you feel, Sam? How'd it go?
Feeling good.
First 2 runs.
Feet are a little tired from the new boots, but the board's proven itself worthy. I'm not used to riding with sharp edges, and freaking first time I broke out sprayed some people. I wasn't too happy about it.
Good morning, everybody. We are headed on an adventure that we've never done before. So we're really interested to see how this is gonna go. But we're headed up to the mountain, to Solitude Resort, to snowshoe. I've wanted to do this for a while, we just never had the chance to. So we'll kind of see how it goes. They have a lot of trails around, based on difficulty, so I don't know. I have no expectations. Hopefully the views are great, and hopefully it's a fun experience. Just got our passes and our snowshoes. It's about $50 for both of us, for both. Kind of feels similar to micro spikes, but snowshoes are used for deeper snow. Anyways, we're gonna go around this lake and then tack on this other trail. He said it's about an hour and a half, and I think we're gonna call it a day, see how we feel then. These are really interesting. To be honest, I almost feel a little bit silly walking in these. How about you, Sam? You do? Feels like duck feet. Look at these bougie cabins. This would be so fun to stay in. Look at the little Charlie Brown Christmas tree. I want to take it home with me.
No. No. No.
You think I can chop it down?
No.
Don't do it. Oh, thought he was gonna hit me. Ow. Oh wait, I didn't think about my shoes. This is the worst snow angel I've ever made. How awful that is. That was a fail, but if you want to see the best snow angel you've ever seen, watch our Rocky Mountain National Park video. I guarantee you, it is in top #1 snow angel anyone has ever made. I don't know if you can tell, but it's snowing very lightly. One thing I never really expected when we first started traveling in 2019, every state has its own little culture, different type of people, different type of personalities. I never expected to see such a huge difference, but when you live somewhere long enough, like 3 months, you learn just how different each state is, and that's something I really love. Today we are hiking the Fifth Water Hot Springs Trail. This is nestled in the middle of the mountains. You hike along the trail and you jump off into the numerous hot springs. We are super excited, and I believe there's a couple of waterfalls. So I think it's a lot colder than we anticipated, although we did wear our thermals, so I guess we were a little prepared, but I'm frozen. Also, just so you know, during the winter, this trail is closed, and in fact, the road is actually closed. So I think we're catching on the dead end of the season. So, yes. Clothing is optional. I hope I'm able to film the hot springs for you guys. If there's nude people, obviously I'm not gonna film. So the trail is almost 5 miles long. It's out and back. And we just passed that bridge, so I hear that we're getting pretty close, maybe about a mile left before we hit the springs. But the scenery is getting so much prettier as we go on by. We're getting close. Look how milky it looks. So we found the hot springs. It's warm, it's not like toasty. I don't know if we want to keep on going or try this one out. Gonna keep on going?
We can always come back to this.
Yeah. Look how cool though. So we found some more that are definitely more hot, but it gets more crowded over there. There was a nude guy. So I think we might go back to the spot we were because it's more secluded. Look who decided to jump in. We have an extra set of clothes. He just didn't bring his baby. He's not nude, by the way. Not nude. But this is pretty awesome. We like this one. It's not as hot as the other ones, but it feels really secluded, like we're not up against everybody.
The other ones that are really hot, they're like wide open, so like people walk on the truck and just see you.
Yeah, and it's like bath after bath after bath, and there's people all over, so. So we're done at the hot spring. We spent a good 2 hours there. I think this might be one of the best things we've ever done. What do you think, Sam?
So the hot spring, it's about a 15-minute hike from the parking lot where you go for Google Maps. It tells you for the trail. She's shaking. And then from there, you can choose which hot spring you want. We chose one that was a little bit more privacy because the other ones are really just out in the open. And we chose a less hot one as well. So the further downstream you are, the colder it is, the further upstream on the waterfalls, it's more hot. So.
I cannot get over the color that those hot springs were. Just looking at the camera and footage back, what is that blue, electric blue color? On our way back. Wish we could have stayed longer. I'm sure we'll hopefully come back, but it's towards the end of the day and we gotta get home. Look at these horses, oh my gosh. What do we do?
The honk?
I don't want to scare them. You're in our way. Oh my gosh, they're gonna walk down the road until this is too crazy. I've never seen this many wild horses like that. Hello. Nice seeing ya.
Another fun city that you can base yourself out of is called Park City, and it's definitely the best mountain town in Utah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Today we're at Woodward Park City, Utah, and we're gonna have a great day today.
Yeah, the plan is we're gonna snow tube here and then we're gonna explore the rest of Park City during the Christmas time.
Should be a fun day.
Just got our tubes, getting all ready for the tubing.
I believe we're gonna be here for about 2 hours, so it should be fun.
There's 2 different tiers, so you can get off on the first tier and it's like a shorter run, or you can keep going up the mountain and have a long run. So our first run, we're going up to the tallest peak. I'm super to the double black diamond.
Moguls.
Okay, that was great.
So if you guys couldn't tell, that was a race and I clearly won.
Somehow I got a little bit of lead start and he just shot in front of me.
I'm clearly the superior ice tuber here.
Wear sunglasses or ski goggles so the snow doesn't blow in your face and get in your eyes. A lot of people wear ski goggles. Sunglasses are the best. Yeah. Look at this view. Headed up the lift. Our last run, and then we're gonna head to the brewery because we're hungry. Just from a month ago, Park City completely transforms into Christmas Town. I love it, but it's not like all festive. Well, there's not a lot of people here right now. So it doesn't like feel like jingle bells, jingle, you know what I'm saying? No. So one thing during the Christmas time they have here in Park City is called the Snow Globe Stroll. And all the way down Main Street, you find all the snow globes. I think there's 9 of them. I could be completely wrong. But each one has something dedicated to Park City in the middle of it. So let's go find some. There's another one, skiing. Oh, Nordic ski jump. Snow globe number 4? I don't know. We got a number 5. Scan to enter for prizes.
No. No.
Yes.
No.
We don't have our own Christmas tree, so we gotta make up for it when we see trees out in the public. Number 6. 7? You sure you don't want to be entered for prizes?
No.
So I went ahead and scanned the QR code to see what you get. It's just so you guys know too. You just put in your information and each week they do a drawing and you win a prize from one of the merchants down Main Street. So I guess we'll wait and see if we win anything. Number 8.
So we're about to be at the Wasatch Brew Pub. We're gonna get some lunch, and then right after this, within an hour, we have to hike.
Hurry up.
Yeah, hurry up. I was gonna say hike across town to go ice skating at the ski resort for Park City. So
Yeah, we gotta eat a super quick one.
it's gonna be quick.
Old-fashioned fig and cinnamon. Kind of Christmassy. Sam's proud that I got 2 old fashions.
Hello.
Hello.
Just got done eating at the Wasatch Brew Pub, and we highly recommend it. It was really, really good for the price of the food that it is. So keep in mind, we're in Park City on Main Street, and a fish and chips was for me, I think $15, and her meal, which would you get?
Linguine.
Pasta.
Yeah, shrimp pasta.
Yeah, and that was like 15 or 13. It was like around that.
It was $20.
$20, okay. But the food is really good. But what's really good there is the atmosphere. It's really chill atmosphere, and they have really good drinks. I had 2 different beers. I think I had like a double IPA, which we learned something about Utah in that restaurant from one of the waiters. He said anything that is a brewed or draft beer in Utah has to be 5% or less. Anything that is bottled and canned, that can be stronger. So the first beer I ordered was a double IPA, which was in a can, which is around 9%, which is probably the strongest beer I've had while I've been in Utah for the last month. The second beer I ordered was something that they brew in-house, and it was like 5% nitro, I think it was like a nitro stout or something, nitro pour. It was really good. Anyways,
You guys saw I had the old fashioned.
she had 2 old fashions, which I'm really impressed because a good old fashioned,
It was really good.
it's good.
Probably one of the best old fashions I've had.
And you can tell a good old fashioned is by usually the place where you go. So if you go somewhere a little bit upscale, a little bit nicer, you're probably okay with an old fashioned. It's probably gonna be good. If you're going somewhere cheaper, like a dive bar, a bar with your friends, a college bar, maybe not get an old fashioned.
Honestly, it's been a long while since we've had like a really good meal. And that was a really, really good meal.
I was really, we're so impressive. We're gonna go back probably. While we're still in Utah, we're gonna go back to that exact brew pub. So now we're parked in a random parking lot. Hopefully, where Google told us where to go. So now we're gonna try to find where we're gonna go ice skate, and we're gonna go ice skate, possibly drunk.
I might need to use these little blue things like these kids are.
Look how pretty the tree is.
Get off the rail. Hey, I'm your blue thing. I won't go. You just here. Use me balance.
He's literally pushing me. No. We gotta take a break. These hurt a little bit.
My big toes just hurt.
Got the heater on.
Oh yeah.
Feels good. It's easily been like, what, 5 years?
Oh, like almost 10 years.
Thank you.
Okay, we haven't been dating that long. It's been like 5 years at least since I've been skating. I just picked it right up.
5 years.
Look at this guy, just going for it. Alright, let's do laps, slow laps. Just around.
I'm not in a gym.
You do it, you already have to look at you, you're off the rail.
No. Why are you doing this to me? Stop, don't let me go. Please don't let me go. I feel like I stepped into Frozen ever after.
A bit outside of the city is a town called Midway, Utah, and they host a winter attraction called the Ice Castles.
I'm too big to slide on the slide. There's so many people here, but it doesn't feel like it because the grounds are ginormous.
So you're probably not going to see right in any of the rides in this attraction, like the little ice slides, because it's kind of like kiddie, and it's not really my style. It's like for ages like 20 and under. So not really.
Hey, I did it.
She's 20 and under.
It's definitely a great thing for families,
Yeah.
but I'm really liking it. It's really cool.
Plus, I don't want to get my butt cramped because I have to drive an hour.
I am completely freezing. I wore the wrong socks, I didn't wear gloves, and I went down the slide wearing jeans. I would love a hot chocolate right now, but it's closing time, so we gotta leave.
If you aren't here in the snow, don't worry, I'll still show you some additional things you can do in the city during other times of the year. have made it to our next destination. We're here at Utah Olympic Park. If you didn't know, in 2002, Utah hosted the Winter Olympics, and Park City was one of the arenas, and you can see right behind me is the bobsled arena. So we booked a tour, and I believe this tour is one of the only ways you can see some of these exhibits. It's $15 a person for an hour tour. You get on a shuttle bus and see some of the ski jumps and everything. So we wanted to do that because that's very unique to this part of Utah. So I read this little thing here, and during the months that don't have snow, this was a training ground where you ski down, you do your little flips, and you land in the pool. So the pool kind of helps you land since you're not landing on bare ground. It's a really cool view over there though.
This is a ski jump.
What's really awesome, inside the visitor center, there's 2 free museums that you can go and check around, even if you're not booking a tour. So if you don't want to pay for anything, just come, explore the area, see the little ski lifts and stuff on the outside, and I think it would be a cool little excursion to do. We just paid for an interactive experience, kind of like soaring at Disney World. You'll see. This museum upstairs is probably the best of the 2. You definitely have to come see all the cool Olympic stuff up here. You guys, official Olympic medals right here. Every Olympics, they give participation medals, and these are a couple of them. The gloves have spikes on them.
Or
This is the luge.
So basically what they mean is luge riders or Spider-Man.
Ah,
That's what they call them, the walls.
what are those?
So we just finished at the Olympic Park. Highly recommend if you're ever in Salt Lake City, come check it out. Not only are you supporting a great organization like Salt Lake City and their Olympic Park needs, but you're learning a great deal about the Olympic history and all the cool things that went into this park. One thing that we learned about the 2002 Salt Lake City Winter Olympics, it was the most profitable Winter Olympics yet. It actually was a positive revenue of at least $50 million, and they're going to have a very strong bid for the Winter Olympics probably in either 2030 or 2034. Our tour guide was actually one of the long jump skiers. He's training for it, and he's
Nordic ski jump.
Nordic ski jump is what he does, and it's going to be even more profitable if they can get the bid.
Yeah, and he says they have a really strong bid because most of their
Facilities are still being used for the Olympics, so they're still up to date. They're still being used daily to train for all the athletes here that are based in Park City. So he said if anything, it'd just be touch-ups and renovations. They would actually have to build a brand new Olympic arena. So.
and our tour guide actually
Competes.
was one away from making the 2018 Olympics, and he's going.
Yeah.
One spot away from making the 2018, and he's attempting to go for the next Winter Olympics.
So next week,
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, next week he's going to do a competition to get placement, so he can try to get placed for the next Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
So it's really neat.
So highly recommend. But we have some more things to do around here in Park City, so stay tuned. So we are at our next stop, and you will never guess what activity we're doing today. We are scuba diving. Technically, we're in Midway, Utah. This is called Homestead Crater, and it's the only warm scuba diving destination in the entire USA. So of course we had to come. We're big scuba divers. We're adding this to the Park City video because I feel like Park City kind of took this crater under their tourism wing, but it's technically in Midway, Utah. But we're super excited. We're about to check in, so we'll see you in the crater. said crater. Just so you know, if you don't scuba dive, you can swim and snorkel. And I saw that they have paddleboard yoga some days, so that's pretty cool. But overall, we kind of felt weird. I think it was diving in elevation. We both kind of feel like, I don't know, we felt weird under there, and then also it was pretty dark, so I felt a little anxious. I don't know how Sam felt,
But they do have a skeleton down there just chilling, so.
yeah, but we didn't stay down long, maybe like 15 minutes, but because there wasn't really much to see. But I think it was a great experience. The water felt great too, so that's one thing that you can do if you're in the area, so stay tuned.
So now that we have explored a bit of northern Utah, let's venture down south to one of the most popular places in the state, Moab.
Morning guys, so today we're hiking the Delicate Arch Trailhead. Hey, we got here early and it's already super busy. We got here right at sunrise, so it should be a fun hike.
Certain national parks require park reservations ahead of time, so check online before you visit just to be sure.
Just finished the big steep up climb. That was rough. I would have been fine if Sam wasn't going so dang fast.
Huh?
What do you have to say for yourself?
I walked too fast apparently.
So we totally got up so early today. We are not used to getting up so early because we are night shift workers. Yeah, it was a struggle to get here. I also can't believe that it's still this busy so early in the day. I can't imagine what it's like midday. The sun behind the rocks is so beautiful here.
So the arch is pretty cool. It is pretty crowded, and like I said, it's a weekend and it's 8 o'clock in the morning, so if you come early, it's still gonna be crowded. So definitely want to wear some really good grip in either tennis shoes or boots. Don't want to wear anything that doesn't have a lot of grip because you'll slide, and if you slide, it's not fun.
So we just finished the Delicate Arch and we found a sign that says petroglyphs, so we're gonna go check it out. So it says these petroglyphs were probably made 1650 to 1850 AD. Nice. And it does say that it's sheep and horses. Like I said earlier, they were pretty good at drawing, because if I could pick that out from there, pretty neat. Good morning from another beautiful day here in Moab. We are at Canyonlands National Park, and the drive here at sunrise was absolutely stunning. On the horizon you could see the blue and the orange over the canyons. It was so cool. And we saw a hot air balloon. What a cool thing that would be, to have a hot air balloon over the canyon. That was really cool. So yeah, we just got here to the national park. We plan on doing a couple of hikes here, and it's gonna be a really fun day. So we have made it to our first trail. It's called the Upheaval Dome Trail. There's 2 overlooks on the trail. The first one is about half a mile, and the second one's another half a mile-ish, which equals a mile total. And they think that this upheaval dome was made from a big meteor that came and crashed into the canyon, which is gonna be a pretty cool overlook. So let's see what it looks like. wow, that was pretty cool. The second overlook was a lot harder than the first hike.
If you're afraid of slipping off a rock, maybe not do this one because there's a lot of just kind of free climbing up the canyon. It's kind of, I'd say, marked in a few spaces, but there was a time that we kind of got lost where we were. So
yeah, we were the only. There was one more person brave enough to do the second outlook.
Right.
But the first one, doable by most people, and it does give you a really cool view of the canyon. I would say probably the overlook was about the same.
Yeah.
Like view-wise, so.
And you definitely want to do this early in the morning. Don't do it in midday heat because it's going to be
Very hot.
miserable. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was probably one of the coolest things that we've seen so far on this road trip.
At least in Utah.
Yeah.
So you can tell that we're newbie climbers and hikers when we go off the trail. We were essentially hiking to the second outlook point off of this little rock face up here. We actually climbed it up and then climbed it down just to get on this little trail. And then on the way back, we see this little gravel, well-defined path with some stairs.
We had a fun adventure.
Well, hey, when are you ever gonna rock climb in Utah?
So Canyonlands is actually the largest national park here in Utah, and it's divided into 3 different districts. We're currently at the Island in the Sky district, and it gets its name because sometimes the clouds are inside the canyons and it looks like you're on an island in the sky. So that's where we're going to be spending most of our time here today, or really all of our time here. The districts are so large that you can't even do all of them in one day, so we're just going to stick to this one. Wow!
Okay.
We have now made it to the Grand Overlook. It's not just an overlook, it's a cool little trail. So the Grand Overlook is a must-do, and you must do the trail. So freaking cool. So I think we're gonna head maybe to the Mesa Arch if we can find parking there, and then that'll be our last stop for here at Canyonlands.
Moab is not only famous for its national parks, there is a state park that you probably won't want to miss.
Dead Horse Point State Park is located right in between the 2 national parks. I had to look up the name because it's such an odd name, and legend has it that back in the day, in the 1900s, that area was used as a place to corral Mustangs. One day, the horses were found there, left dead, hence Dead Horse Point State Park. We just pulled off to our first overlook, and the views are literally so crazy, and I just kind of forgot how big the canyons really are. It's just really breathtaking. Don't fall off, Riley. Be careful. Don't let my baby fall off. He's getting too close for comfort. All right, we're at our second overlook. You can see the Colorado River from here and a view of the mountains and the canyon at the exact same time. You can see for miles and miles and miles. I think that's Canyonlands National Park. Canyonlands is my #1 park here in Utah, and I think that's a very unpopular opinion, but that's just me. Must see in Moab is this place. We're not going to do like a lot of hiking because of the dog. Also, there is an entrance fee. It's $20, at least for a vehicle. You may have to look up prices for like RVs and other things, but a little bit of a steep price, but I mean, it's a pretty cool place. So.
There's a lot of like campsites as well.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Tons of camping.
It just looks like you have to make a reservation for that.
Yeah, reservations for camping, and you bring your dog is free, and they have free reign around the park. And they have tons of dog eat bags. So if you don't have any of those, don't worry, there's some here. So pretty neat. I think we're gonna head back to the hotel. I'm trying to convince Sam for us to go to Moab Brewing Company, because I hear it's pretty good. He's gonna say he don't like the 5% Utah beer. Is that what you're about to say?
With that, and it's just like if I'm gonna get a canned beer, it's gonna be like $5. So if I just go get a canned beer at like a liquor store, it's gonna be like $2.
Anyway, let's just look at the menu, see what they have. Maybe they have more than just beer.
They do. They have like wine.
You've already looked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well then we're going.
Currently in Moab, and we stopped at the brewery here, and we ordered a lot of food, and we got a margarita and some Moscow meals. And it actually has a really nice brewery over here to our right. It has some fermentation tanks that actually looks kind of cool. But I chose not to get the beer because Utah's famous for the draft beer is only 5% strong. If I'm going to get a canned beer, it's going to be like a pack of like canned beer. So I went for the strong stuff.
I have to say, this place looks really cool. There's some murals and like mounted bikes on the ceiling. I don't know if that's like significant. Oh, I guess like mountain biking in Utah. I don't know, but it's a pretty cool place.
Nachos with spicy chicken, the quesadillas, some vegetarian chili, and some beer pretzels.
Moab Brewing Company, or I think it's just Moab Brewery. 1010 would recommend.
Oh my god, yeah. The best brewery we've had since Park City.
Yeah, that Park City one, that was really good.
The one where
Better than all the diners, drive-ins, and dives we tried in Salt Lake City.
Well,
No, I loved that beer cheese, and even the Mexican food was spot on. It was so good.
the drinks were like pretty average what you would think.
It was pricey, I had to say.
And the total was $59.
And then we added a tip.
So it's $70 with tip.
So Sam is gonna drop himself off at the hotel, and then I want to check out the cute little town because there's some shops that look really cool to see. Look what I stumbled upon. Let's go.
I'm using my buns off because Kristen didn't want to eat inside. Why don't you talk me into this stuff? It's like 30 degrees outside. I'm eating a hot burrito with a hot cup of coffee and she's streaming.
This is why we never have like detailed reviews of places in our videos because Sam is very impatient. Anyway, we're at Moab Coffee Roasters. Literally, this was the only donut place or breakfast place around that I could find, I think.
That was open.
But that was open right now. So, we both got breakfast burritos, and these are ginormous. I got a macchiato, traditional macchiato, as in like this much, like a shot. I don't know. My original thought of macchiatos is always like the Americanized version. And I always ask for it, and I get this, which is not bad. I love all coffee, but anyways. Sam got a mocha latte. And
Can I eat now because I'm cold? I'm like, you can see like that how cold it is.
It's not that cold.
It is.
It's only like 40 degrees.
Now that we are diving into the Utah National Parks, you have to do a road trip of them all if you have some time. So that's what we are doing now. In the direction of heading west, our next stop is Capitol Reef National Park.
One thing that we've learned while traveling, especially these last 2 to 3 weeks in these small towns, you gotta have a plan for your groceries or food. Some of the towns that we've stayed in are fortunate enough to have grocery stores or even restaurants you can eat at that are reasonably priced. The one in Utah that we're staying at tonight doesn't have anything. So that's our plan today. We're getting some groceries and we're gonna stock up for the next 2 days because we're basically gonna live in our motel room, so.
Yeah, this grocery store is like how far from our hotel?
So we are about 46 miles from a motel, and that's the closest grocery store that I could find. that just kind of gives you some perspective of where we're staying. So it's not that it's a bad location, it's just very remote and rural. So plan ahead when you're on your trips. You want to always have food ready. We're actually going to grab some more coffee because we're so excited. This is the first time we're going to have a coffee pot in like 3-4 days at least.
Yeah.
We've been drinking so much instant coffee. I'm sick of instant coffee and I'm sick of Lunchables. So we're actually gonna get groceries to like make sandwiches and hopefully proper food. So let's see what Kristen can get us.
Here's the rinky-dink grocery store. Look how small it is. Well, it doesn't look that bad, but...
We've made it to our motel in Caneville, Utah, I think is what it's called. We're essentially about not even 20 minutes from the national park. I'd say from the beginning of the national park, we're probably half of the drive. We got our beds right here. We got our TV right here. Cute little microwave, ice bucket, our coffee station, which we're going to be heavily invested in. So that's that. We got our little fancy hair dryer. Oh, I'm not using that, obviously. Soaps. And bathroom. Bathtub and a toilet seat. And honestly, for the location of it, could be a hell of a lot worse. We even got upgraded a view.
Yeah, I think he upgraded us because we paid for one bed and like a smaller. It looks smaller on the pictures
the room
though.
is huge compared to what we paid.
And we have a balcony outside too. It looks like, or at least a little
like
one.
right here, yeah, with some
Yeah.
chairs and stuff.
But yeah, look at this view. Wow, that's neat. That's a bone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So we are in Capitol Reef National Park, and we are currently doing the Hickman Bridge Trail. So I don't really know how long this trail is. Kristen was kind of looking on the details for us.
Not sure either.
But it should be a fun trail.
Maybe around 2 miles.
2 miles. It's a beautiful morning. It's pretty cold. It's about 50, 60, which is pretty cold considering that we were just in the Moab desert, which was about 70 in the morning. So this is a nice change of temperatures, at least for me.
It'll probably get warmer throughout the day, I would assume.
And we're super excited for today. Think we'll be tan after this trip
Not me.
for all the hiking we're doing?
You will be, not me.
What about a week in Mexico? You think we'll be tan after a week?
No, not me. All the Florida videos you guys saw, that was all fake.
That was color coded, color graded.
Graded.
It took her 4 months in Florida just to get a shade darker.
Yeah, it did.
It takes me like 3 days in the sun and I'm like good to go.
Yeah, you get dark real easy.
We're just waiting for those busy people in front of us to start walking because they were super loud.
Yeah, they were disrupting the birds chirping and the nature sounds.
Yeah, so we're just taking our time, taking a little break. She put some sunscreen on and got a little water break, and the sun's already getting hot now.
Yeah.
Would you look at that Hickman Bridge already? It's bigger than I thought it would be.
There's Sam. There's the bridge. That thing's ginormous.
You would think after 2 weeks of hiking and canyons, mountains, rocks, trails, we'd be more in shape for this by now, but
Yeah,
it's just so dry and hot.
yeah. After you hit the bridge, the shaded part feels so freaking good. It's like shaded and wind, and it just cools you off after that hot morning hike.
So we're just taking a break. We just finished the Hickman Bridge Trail. We kind of just walked back on the same path, and now next trail we're gonna be doing is called the Rim Overlook, which is about 2 miles there, 2 miles back. So we'll do that one, and then there's one that's going to be on the way back to the motel. We're also going to do, forget what that one's called, but Kristen knows the name of it. We're going to do those 2 trails, and by that point we'll be too tired, too hot, and honestly it'll probably be like 2 o'clock by that point, so we'll be done for the day. So thoughts on the trail, it was pretty easy, I would say, for the most part. There wasn't really any strenuous climbs or hikes that, you know, I would say you really couldn't do. There's elderly people with walking sticks doing it. So the trail that we just did, the Hickman Bridge Trail, is definitely a trail that you can do. You probably honestly don't even need hiking boots. We could wear tennis shoes. It's just hiking boots are probably recommended. For this rim overlook, I'm assuming it's gonna be a little bit more difficult, so we'll see how it is. So I'm pretty sure that's on top of a canyon goat or a mountain goat, because it's got the horns that kind of go back, but we don't know for sure. But let us know down in the comments what that is. So cool. Why are you shaking your head?
I'm done with this trail.
What's wrong?
It's too hard.
You gotta get skinny. You gotta get skinny and tan for those Mexican beaches. Come on.
It's not that it's hard.
You got
it's
it.
just hot. I gave Sam the opportunity to turn around. He said no.
I was like, hey, we're this close. Let's just keep going. You got it. Let's go.
The thing is, we don't even know how close we
No,
are.
you don't. Like I said.
We may be trekking the hard one.
Yeah, like I said, we're going up there. All the way up there is where we're going. So we gotta go from here to here.
He doesn't know. Woohoo!
Yo, Adrian! We made it, in case that I didn't tell y'all.
Look at that view. You can't really see it yet, but we'll get closer. High five. What do you think?
It's about as close as I'm getting to the edge. That's what I think. I'm just afraid this thing's gonna break.
You're crazy.
Dude, I have a fear of heights.
So it is now 7:30 p.m. The last time you guys saw us, it was around lunchtime, so we finished the trail, ate some lunch. We were so tired, we had to go back to the hotel, freshen up for the rest of the day, and now we're back for a sunset hike here at the Grand Wash.
So what it appears to be walking on this trail, it looks like this used to be where a river was or a major body of water, and I guess it dried up, and so that's what the trail's named after, Great Wash Trailhead. Because if you can see like all the grass, there's like a defined path. And I think this would have been the bottom of like where the water was, and you can even see on the rocks of like where like, you know, moving water would like come and do a lot of the formations of the rocks that we see now. So. Good morning, guys. So today we are at Bryce Canyon National Park, and we're doing one of the more easy trails. It's going to take about 2.1 miles, or roughly probably 2 hours or so for our pace. But it's a super, kind of the thing for all these different Utah national parks, especially for the Colorado ones too. They're all so very different. Like you would think they're kind of the same or whatever. Completely different. And that's what's amazing about the national parks. So you can visit one in 3 days, or visit another one, and you're going to have a completely different experience. We're on the Navajo Loop, and we took the Wall Street exit, and you kind of go down this little staircase of rock, and it's a little steep grade. So you might want to wear hiking boots because it does get pretty slippery at some points. But let's go ahead and check it out.
hike.
There's like a tree growing in the middle of the canyon. So Wall Street was the thing I wanted to see here at Bryce Canyon. Sam didn't think, well, he wasn't that excited as I was.
Honestly, the coolest part about this hike is going down the rock kind of formations as you kind of hike down the trail line.
Yeah, that's the Wall Street.
And then it opens up to this.
Yeah, this is pretty awesome. It's gonna suck going back, but isn't it a loop?
Yeah.
I think it's a loop, so
And
we
the
won't
best
have to
part
go
about
back
this
up.
is the smell of the fresh pine.
Yeah.
I love the fresh pine smell. We finally get our fresh pine smell.
He mentions that on almost every hike. He's like, smell the pine.
It honestly smells better than fresh chocolate chip cookies in the oven. Well, hello there. Did you guys know that Bryce Canyon National Park actually has the largest number of hoodoos in the world?
And if you didn't know what a hoodoo is,
Those are hoodoos. That's a hoodoo.
so if you want to get to Sunrise Point, there's two ways. One way, you can start from Sunset Point and it's a half a mile up to Sunrise Point, or you can do the way that we did and do the Navajo Loop, and then eventually you'll end up to the Sunrise Point. So the Sunset Point way is the easiest way.
So this is day 2 of us at Bryce Canyon National Park. We're currently enjoying some amazing views. We just got done hiking, and our plan is to visit the journal goods store. Hopefully, fingers crossed, find Kristen either a birthday cupcake or a birthday cake and some birthday candles, and then we'll go to dinner tonight for her birthday. So we're having a great time, and thank you so much for following our series as we've been visiting all the national parks in Colorado and in Utah.
Gotta get my routine magnet. Each state and place I go, I get one. So, it's not bad. This is the one I chose. Although the general store is cute, no cake, so we may look somewhere else. I don't know. Today we're at Zion National Park for sunrise. Wow, is it beautiful. These mountains are freaking huge. Mountains or canyon, whatever you want to call them. But today we don't have a shuttle ticket, so we're going to show you what you can do without a shuttle ticket. We couldn't get any, we tried, but oh well, it's gonna be pretty either way. So our first hike, we're on the Watchman Trail, and the trailhead's right at the visitor center, and it's about, what did it say?
2.1 miles or something like that?
Yeah, about 2 hours long.
Yeah.
What a way to start the morning, huh? Sweating and what a view.
It's crazy. Wow. I recommend this trail.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So the sun has finally come up on the canyons. We're finishing up the Watchman Trail. We also added on the Loop Trail just for good measure. And now we're going to try some trail that starts with a P that should be around the visitor center area. And then depending on what time it is, we'll try to do either one more trail or we might have to head back to the hotel and head on to Albuquerque. But we've had an amazing trip here. It's been an amazing series, and these national parks, definitely seen some amazing things I didn't think I'd see in my lifetime. So
we've now started the Paris Trail, or the Perus Trail. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but this trail is about, did you say 3 miles?
it's like 3.1 miles.
3.1
something
miles,
like that.
and it's paved the whole way, so you can bring your bikes, your dogs. So it's a pretty easy hike. This probably will be our last trail because we're running out of time, but yeah, the views here at Zion are pretty epic. All right, honestly, I think this trail is prettier than the one we just did, and it's easier. It's paved, so, I mean, look at this. Really, really cool.
Hey, you're watching this time lapse and you made it this far in the video. You know what you should do? You should go back and watch our other national park videos because they're just as good. Okay, I'll get out of the camera. Back to the time lapse.
So definitely 100%, this is the trail that we should have done at sunrise, because I imagine the sun was rising from that point and you'd walk and you'd see the sunrise as you walked along the trail. Ours is at the Walkman trail I would do after this one, but this one definitely first for the sunrise. 100%. All I'm gonna say is if you're gonna do the trail where dinosaurs used to go and you don't play the Jurassic Park song, you ain't doing the trail right. So we were able to do most of the Perus Trail, whatever it's called. We got to the part where it talked about dinosaurs and it looked like the Jurassic Park. So there might be.
We had to turn around.
Yeah.
We got to get on the road, but I hope you enjoyed this one. This is our last park here in Utah, and we're headed home.
Overall, Utah is a nature lover's dream and definitely one of our favorite states to visit. If you are loving these travel guides, click on this playlist here to find your next adventure.